Welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for stopping by, trusting me with your cards, and all that jazz. Capricorn, it's been a while since we've talked. Forgive me, I forget how much endurance goes into the Capricorn sign. I genuinely don't think we mean it. I'm going to put myself in the bunch. And my 12th house is Capricorn. There lies Uranus and Neptune. So it's pretty significant for me and my chart. My chart ruler, most of the time, is Pluto energy. Second in line is the moon, and then it is Uranus. So I jump in the pot with the Capricorn sometimes. So I definitely forget the endurance through the whole life thing, through the whole artist thing, through the whole escape thing, through the whole discipline thing without even trying. So forgive me, but thank you again for stopping by and potentially still sticking around on my channel. Wow. The funny I have some water next to me because I've been super dehydrated. Goodness. So, there's a lot happening for all the other signs. We had the full moon in Scorpio, the drama, the tea, the gossip, the meh, the bleh, the oh my gosh, I want to take a nap. Honestly, I got home today after the chiropractor. I went out to eat, but then when I came back, I passed out. I know some stuff's going down because they always say if there is a psychic reader that enters your dreams, you need to pay attention to your life right now. And for the past few weeks, I have definitely been having dreams of like different tarot readers. And the nap that I had today was no different. They were trying to tell me something though, in their own way. And I was so anxious just even trying to listen. I was just like, oh my gosh, you're here. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for reading for me right now. I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience. And they're looking at me like, oh my gosh, God's child, please. I'm still trying to like tell you what you need to know. Please calm down. I'm only here for a short while, not a long while. Either way, outside of me, if you have been having dreams of any readers in your dreams, pay attention to your whole life right now. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the things that are coming in and out of your mind. I'm sorry. I keep looking at the timer and I just feel like I'm not even meaning to. I'm just watching angel numbers just unfold in front of my eyes where I'm just like, if I say so many of the angel numbers that I see, I feel like Capricorn energy will get sick of me. Sick of me. It is what it is, but goodness. Good. All right. I will be shuffling the Starcoat Astral Oracle and then moving on to the Kitten Tarot. I don't know about you, but the heart chakra activation has been afoot for Capricorn energy. I do want to say this before we start the cards. If you feel as though you're getting like a second chance at something, I'm not really sure what it is in your life. It could be in terms of moving, it could be in terms of standing on your own, making your own money, going back to school with the things that you want. I literally saw 444 earlier. I saw 222. At the beginning, I saw 111. Then I saw 344. Like the angel numbers just want to pop off in this reading. in this reading. And I don't want my dyslexic brain to like keep trying to find the puzzle and all the numbers and just explain away because we would be here all night. And I know you probably just got off of work. I know you're probably going to work while you're listening to this. You're probably listening to this in increments. 525 on the timer. Gosh, dang it. I'm gonna try to beat that. 355 3. It's oof. I can't. I'm gonna try to stop myself. I'm eager. I'm anxious. I'm excited. 545 on the timer. But let me say this. If there are certain things in your life right now where it almost feels like you're taking a step back. I don't know about you, Capricorn, but I have been using this energy to my advantage for years. Every time I feel like certain things are starting over, instead of thinking, oh no, why does this always happen? I just mentally think of it as a video game. In Vedic astrology, I have a Capricorn rising, therefore, it means that I have Sagittarius in my 12th house. So it's just like, oh, video game logic, it is. If it feels like life's repeating itself, unfortunately, other people can stay there. The rest of us have to find our way through the maze. Now, if you would excuse us, some of you could be thinking again about that in terms of your work, your money, which seems a little tricky right now because the people who are failing the game are bringing everybody down with us, and it's fuck you until the end of the days. Okay, until the end of your days, not ours, your days. Regardless, we move on. Financial literacy, get all the way on it. Starting now, next year, it's going to be like crash course literacy all year next year. Because by the time Saturn goes into Taurus, I feel like I want to make like a whole video and just channel that energy. So stay tuned if you're curious. You don't have to. But Taurus being the energy of, yes, slowness, but the ability to also endure. It is Mother Earth. It is giving. It is nurturing. It is patient. Taurus just had Uranus, and like it's leaving at the end of this month and going into Gemini. We know. I know. Notification on my end. You feel like, oh no, the Geminis are about to get crunk. Yes and no. I mean, Uranus is a great humbler at the end of the day. Okay. I'm saying this as Uranus always naturally sits in my 12th house. Uranus energy for me is it doesn't really know when, why, or let me say, like, you don't know when, why, where, how. Uranus takes things from our dimension, from our 3D reality, and then takes it onto into the spirit world. And or if you'll even get it back. Okay. So it is a planet of true innovation, change, newness, needing to stand on your own sometimes. It just is what it is. And needing to restructure yourself from standing alone. And that's not always like the easiest thing to do ever. Okay. So we give grace. Outside of that, like if you have a Gemini, if you've been dealing with Geminis, if some Geminis have been getting on your nerves, some Geminis have been purposefully trying to instigate, just walk into their energy knowing exactly that. This is not an excuse, but forgiveness does seem like it's the name of the game. especially when starting over. For Capricorn, your love energy is coming back. I know, jaded for so long, held on to things for so long, however long. But in one way or another, the Saturnian toxic masculine energy, the jaded energy, the toxic feminine energy, the jadedness, and I'm gonna keep showing if I need to. I think my AC just turned on again. Gratefulness, gratefulness, gratefulness. And we move on. There's a lot to get into. Your ancestors definitely want to talk to you coming up. Now I'm gonna be funny and put my little microphone on my iPad stand. Not forever. I think it's easier for me to put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. So if it sounds a little funky for a second, my apologies. Hopefully it doesn't stay like that. Anyway, using the Star Code Astro Oracle. I think what really sparked this was recognizing when somebody got their 1-2 in with Ice Spice. You don't have to like Ice Spice. I get it. I personally just love her song Deli. I know like certain adults and teachers did not like it, but as somebody who worked in a deli, who someone who has worked in restaurant business for like on and off for over 10 years, it's a good song. It's a good song. And her most popular song. And I bring it up to not necessarily open another rabbit hole of conversation, but that was like, and still is standing like on her own, her best-selling song. Girl, you're having fun. You're not dissing anyone, because I don't know who's not giving her the memo, but hating on quote unquote bitches and is not giving you any type of money anytime soon. Like that, financially, it's going out the door. It's going out the door. All of your other songs, I mean, I'm not a stand, but I get it. But also, you're not having fun. You're just not having fun. You probably have a lot going on your mind, but either way, have fun with your work, Capricorn. That's what people love most. And I know you can't always have quote unquote fun, but I think there's different energies, especially with Uranus going into Gemini. That's just like, are you sure? How do you treat the mundane? It's time to transform. But the 1-2 that she got, and then she stood on top of the table, definitely height, definitely Capricorn energy. Definitely a moment. In Vedic astrology, Pluto is now in Capricorn. Just like in Western astrology, Pluto is now in Aquarius. You're having moments of standing on top of the mountain, is also what I'm trying to say. So even if somebody does get in their 1-2, hold up, give me a second. Let me get on top of this table real quick. I want to see who you are. All right. Transits 55. Climate. Bottom of the deck, first house. Cool. We also have Libra energy. So Libras could be helping you this time along with Scorpio energy. You could also have this in your chart. $55 transits. So let me channel this a little bit for you. And it wants me to approach it from the first house. Okay, I can do that. still divinely protected, especially with that Sagittarius in the 12th house. So if you're still running off of a little bit of paranoia from the past, from what someone did to you, the stars, the flowers, the actions of their own doing have been coming back to them, whether you see it or not. Okay. I have to make that distinction. Because for some of you, you want to see it all the way through. For others of you, you have other things to do. You have other things to do. I don't mean that in a bad way, I guess. Um, but it doesn't matter how delicate I say it, I assume. If you're cross watching the Capricorn reading, so on and so forth. But now addressing this in terms of love, maturity, your own independence. You're starting over, you're transforming. Does it feel like you're melting to a certain degree? It depends on the timeline that you're healing. Instead of saying, why does this keep happening to me? Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? And I know that sounds very cliche. I know that sounds, bitch, what are you talking about right now? What the fuck are you on? First of all, I don't like being called bitch. Let's make that very clear. Second of all, sometimes the cliches work at the end of the day. Okay. Do I sound a little bit too calm? Is that what's going on right now? I got the microphone. I don't have to like really put my pizzazz into it anymore. I can just sit back and just talk a little bit. I just feel like so up and down in this reading emotionally. So I don't like, I know obviously like I'm addressing what needs to be talked about for the reading, but it just feels like certain things feel a little bit more multiplied than what they need. But again, I'm trying to talk in certain ways as soft as I can, trying to approach the truth as best as I can. But, I guess it's one of those situations where you can't please everybody. And I've been saying that a lot to my coworkers too, where you just can't please everybody. It is what it is at the end of the day. Okay. But with the transits for you, what I'm also getting is that there's a new beginning in love. For sure. A new beginning in what it feels like to be truly protected. I think you know who's been on some bullshit with you. And I think you also know who you've been on some bullshit with as well. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Let's get into the kitten tarot. Gonna put you back on the stand. Okay. Also, I have this painting that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. I did not do this. Okay. Gonna have you guys see it as best as you can. So, a few years ago, I used to be friends with this Taurus. We're just not speaking right now. Complicated story. Low key, just not worth it to repeat. But anyway, mainly because it's nobody else's business. But I'm gonna talk about a good experience that we both had in the past, kind of. So we were both going through it. It was around like COVID and stuff like that. So there's only so oblivious you can get. But I was visiting her around the time of COVID. I know everybody was supposed to stay inside, but I'm reckless. We move on. I went to go visit her. I was going through some stuff. She was going through some stuff. And I was just like, I want to go see my friend. So I'm driving 2 hours away to go see her. And while I'm there, she's trying to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. And I see a whole bunch of her paintings kind of like lined up back to back to back to back to back. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what are these? What are you gonna do with these? She's just like, I'm just trying to get rid of them. Da, 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 da. If you want them, just take them. And I was looking at him like, what? You sure? Just a noise. She's like, yeah, 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 just take it. I was like, okay. And I believe about a year and a half, something like that later, we meet up again. She drives to where I am, and I forgot where I was specifically, but she was looking through my paintings as well, and she was just like, oh my gosh, you painted this? This is really good. And I'm looking at her like, girl, that's yours. She's just like, what? I'm like, girl, that's yours. I don't paint like that. Like, nothing on some disrespectful anything. It's just, I'm gonna show you one of like my paintings. I don't paint like that. That's not mine. That's not my style. Respectfully, that's just not my style. I have a lot of paint stuff and art stuff like on my desk. So I think later on she turned to me and she said, "You know that painting that's in your room?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, what's up? You want it back?" And she's just like, "No, no, no, that take it, keep it. It's whatever." But I just wanted you to know I didn't see how beautiful it was until you had it. I was like, I mean, it is beautiful. I love it. Now, of course, we see two completely different things. Now, she sees a tulip, but for me, I look, I look at it like it's a road. Like, yo, I'm driving down the road. I'm out of here, folks. See you later. Phew. I definitely see the tulip, but I like to see it like a road. Like I'm out of here. But I think there's like a little nugget of information in there if you need it, especially like as a painter, as an artist, for the ones who are watching me at this time. Maybe it's also like a jump of, I don't know, inspiration a little bit to practice different perspectives. Pushing my paintbrushes to the side. I'm trying to get like my art together so when it's time for me to like sit down and paint, it's not me trying to like look for things that I want to work with and towards. It's just I have it. Okay. So next first card we have the Lovers. Uranus going in to Gemini. But also again, just a new start in love. Death card. Pluto. What's up? What's up, homie? So for others of you, this would be Pluto in your second house of value. If this is Scorpio energy, we just had the full moon. And it looks like that would be, I guess, your 11th house. So transformation in your 11th house. How your friends see you, you see your friends, and what you overall need to change. Major Arcana. I think you have been changing a lot depending on the severity of this Pluto energy. Be careful with lovers. If you're going back outside, just be careful. You don't have to sleep with all of them. You can just date a few of them. But the streets are hot. Here next we have the Wheel of Fortune. Don't be with anybody you feel is going to waste your time. Listen to your first initial instinct where it's just like, and also listen to your body. So if you can't always like hear yourself, just listen to your body. Watch your body kind of like react to certain people. If it's already like backing away, they're probably not to be trusted long term. Or again, just have fun. So by the time they start acting up, being on some fuck shit, it's just like, oh, okay, good. You're slowly revealing who you are. I see who you truly are, and I'm out. Even if it's the second round, not to say like you should have anybody like baby trap you or anything. Don't do that. Don't fall for it. But outside of that, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There ain't no third time. The third time, you're out of here. The third time, I know what to do better moving forward. Nothing but major arcana. Aquarius energy here, Scorpio energy here, Taurus energy here, Leo energy here. They could be significant, and Gemini to a certain degree. Okay. We have Six of Pentacles. Food is very important coming up. Finding new resources on how to get your food. Cooking at home more, taking more pride in how you give yourself nutrients. If there's any food scarcity around you, help is on the way. Wheel of Fortune. Help is on the way. Especially if you live in a certain area where it's just like things are looking grim. Help is on the way. The bullshit needs to come to an end. It seems very dire. Or you're listening to news about this where it's just like, this shit's getting dire. Things need to change. This is not a everybody has a happy ending type of thing. For some, I don't know why that's important to say. The Justice card. Because people need to be held accountable. Spiritual court as well, things that are well beyond our understanding. The Empress. This is a very important reading. Very important reading. Some of you just do not like humans right now. You're having conversations with certain people around you that are making you understand that you are not alone. But it's also making you see the depravity of certain individuals, and you're not having it. For others of you with the Empress card, definitely Libra energy. Some of you definitely have Libra placements in your chart. You're definitely dealing with Libra to a certain capacity. Same with Gemini, same with Scorpio. We're moving on. With the Empress energy, the things are calling you to stand up. Things are calling for you to play a major role in life coming up thus far. If you've taken a break, we understand the break. Now it's time to get up again. Now it's time for you to be more vocal. It's time for you to shake things up a bit. There's also going to be some shakeups around where you work, around where you just are a good bit of the time. So with the Three of Swords, very much Three Musketeers energy, but it's just like, what side are you on? Then what are you going to choose to believe moving forward? Are you going to keep letting your trust issues run the show? Excuse me. Eight of Swords, bottom of the deck. You saw the cat. Get to certain meetings around you. Be around and stay around good people. Make sure you stay visible. Three of Wands. For clarification, for confirmation, we have the Strength card, Leo. Call on strength. Pray for strength. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of people who throw other people under the bus. People are looking to see what's true and what's not around you. A lot of politically motivated things coming up as well. So I don't know if you're in politics. I don't know if like somebody's stalking you or something. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is also happening in the community, but there's going to be new pushbacks in money, in schedules. What I'm also getting is like mass migration. I don't know what that's about. Just a lot of people moving all of a sudden, needing to get up and move. Not them joking about it being the second trail of tears. Don't piss me off. Okay. I'm sorry. Like when I channel certain things, it's just, it's not always gonna, you get it. You get it. And it really did feel like one of those times where it's just like, don't piss me off. Okay. 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 There's gonna be some racial conversations that come up as well. I don't think a lot of us can avoid it coming up. I'm just putting it out there. And for some of you, you've definitely gotten some pushback here or there, where it's just like you need to hunker down and know what you're talking about. Some of you, not all of you, but there's definitely people around you where it's hitting home. You're questioning, okay, does this bitch know like what she's saying right now? Also putting it out there, they may not like being called a bitch either, depending on who they are. I know some of you did not ask, but don't let it slip if that is also the case. Unless you want to fight. Then if you want to fight, then have at it, Haas. Have at it. You like it, I love it. I'll see you when you're done. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you have some new money opportunities coming in. Some of you may want to create new money opportunities coming in. Your value is healing for the next year for some of you, especially if you have Libra placements. The full moon was in Libra's second house, and how the moon's going to be playing out with Saturn in their seventh house. It's just newness all the way over with how they're treated, how they accept treatment, what they allow, what you accept, different things like that. But this is also, again, if you have Libra in your chart. The Ace of Pentacles for all the Capricorn placements, you are thinking of new money avenues. Be smart with it. Be moral with certain things. Seven of Cups. Some of you have people around you who you may love them, but they're setting you back. They're holding you back. And that hurts to say, but at the same time, they also may be pissing you off because of how they're moving, how they're treating you, how they're talking to you. And you're going to let people be who they need to be, but you also know how Saturn works. After a while, it just feels like you're standing in the way of somebody else's karma and you want no part of it because you're recognizing, oh, this is how this person loves, but I also don't operate that way. Whether they think that they were raised right or not, Saturn is a whole different ballgame. So the Seven of Cups energy, don't, you're going to know who I'm talking about when I mention this, but don't invite certain people out anymore who you know are going to drag you down. They don't want to be there anyway. It doesn't matter how much they lie to you, gaslight to you, and different things like that. Don't invite them out anymore. We have the Nine of Cups. You can do bad all by yourself. Not to say all of this is going to be about indulgence, but I think this is about the creation of what you're building, what you're stacking on top of each other, the experiences, the enjoyment, the satisfaction of it all. And that's not going to be understood by everyone. There's a very clear difference here in terms of standing in the sun and only being out with certain people, so on and so forth. And you might have compassion for this version or these versions of individuals, but with so much transformation happening for you, you're about compassion, you're about the money, you're about changing, you're about staying on the right side of justice, the spiritual court, you want to stay on the good side of it. You're exhausted with the death card here, with the full moon in Scorpio. You're exhausted. You're seeing the depth of how far people are still willing to consistently drag you under, and where you also want to just shut up and evolve. And you know where and how I'm saying that. Not in the sense of like, oh, you need to, telling you what to do, basically. It's just, no, you feel it. You feel like, wow, okay, yeah, I need to get out of here. What is the long term plan? What is the long term plan of also getting somebody out that doesn't belong in a powerful chair? You can take that political, you can take that into like business, you can take that into management, so on and so forth. The chair be corrupting people, y'all. I don't know. People be needing to pray over the chair. I don't know. What is it? Goodness. All right, so we got King of Cups. Let's look into love with the King of Cups. You have some people pulling on your energy from the past and the present. I feel like certain people in the present, they don't know what to do. Are you single? Are you taken? What's going on? Even the men's is. You have some speculations, but you just don't know. All right. Let's look into the singles. Let's look into the singles. Single Capricorns. May 2026 and onward. I hid who I really am from you. Hiding. So many things remind me of you. There's some people who have a crush on you are socially awkward. They don't know how to talk to you. They may be getting their money up, but they don't know how to talk to you. Leave those people alone. For some of you, there could be something going on within a friend group. There's something about an individual you have a crush on where they have jealousy towards them because of people who have the social anxiety. So try not to listen to everything that everyone is saying about certain people. You can do your own research. Therefore, you also need to be strategic about how you're dating right now. I feel you leaving me behind. The people who also don't want to do right by you also don't want you to move on. They feel some type of way about you leaving them behind. The line will move quicker and it will feel quicker the earlier you get there. That's important for somebody to understand. Okay. X marks the spot. Notification on my end. I look for you everywhere. So there are some people from your past who they're seeing everything. They're seeing their mistakes. They're seeing how they did you wrong. They see how they overstepped. They see how when they left you for someone else, they really thought like it was going to be the end all be all. I have all my answers, but now it's just they're realizing how much they hid from you. The card came out. Like it's certain things that they're realizing, yes, if they stuck it out, things would be so much more different. But for some of you, you're looking into certain dimensions. You're looking into certain timelines where you're just like, that would have never worked in the end. You had to work on this. I had to work on this. So there are some people who are hoping for the singles that you still have this bridge open for them. For some of them, no, that bridge has been burned, that bridge has been locked, blocked, and everything else. But for some people, you still have a bridge open to. It's hard for them to feel your energy all the time. It's hard for them to connect, but that's because you got things to do. You have strength moving forward. You have endurance moving forward for the things that need to happen for your life to be successful for you and your own. You don't have time. You just don't have time. You don't have time to think about it twice. But there's some of them who love you unconditionally. I feel like this is like one person from your past where this, like you and them, this could be like a college sweetheart. This could have been somebody that you may have dated a few years ago and like things just kind of happened. It could have been around COVID for some of you. Not all of you. Don't worry. Not all of you. I know that was the year of like the mass breakup, the mass separation. But there's definitely somebody from your past that loves you unconditionally. They really do. But if you're a woman, you ain't chasing nobody. If you're a man, I feel like you're the one who's in this I love you unconditionally energy, if I'm being honest. Or there's also just people, different women who are thinking about you where they're just like, I really poured a lot of love into that situation. But you're going to know who I'm talking about. Okay. And again, it's the bridge that's still open. It's the bridge that still has that healthy sense of maybe it's like one or two people. I could be wrong, but I'm still also getting it could also this could also be coming from the Capricorn man, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Maybe that might be a stretch, but I did also hear Jupiter. I don't know. I have no clue. Um, so if there is still a bridge of friendship between you and these people, or the spiritual tie, the soul tie is still healthy, they feel it. They're happy that you're still in their life, or there's a person who's just like no longer in your life that they could be making their way back. They could be making their way back. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that's only if you are open to it. If you're not, don't worry about it. That message is not for you. Don't come for me. So on and so forth. Don't even come for my comments. All right. If you're in a relationship and or marriage for the Capricorns, I know I messed up everything. I feel like this is an ex of your partner, another person's partner. I bury myself in work to forget you. If you recently went through a separation and or divorce, somebody's thoughts keep getting in the way. They keep getting in the way of the Wheel of Fortune. They could have some emotional things going on in terms of justice. Not for all of you, some of you. I wish things could be different. I feel like the intention of coming into a relationship is now like making its way back around in terms of how a partner feels and or a third party. Just being near you is intoxicating, of course. Capricorn, of course. I feel like that's also the third party somewhere, or somebody's entertaining the third party. Just being near you is intoxicating. For others of you, this is definitely your partner, but maybe this is more of an olive branch. They don't know how to tell you for some of you because the Empress card is here, where they want you to doll up a little bit more, dress up a little bit more. They don't know how to tell you. But you may be having some trust issues with them. Your body doesn't trust them. Notification on my end. Okay, that's what the text message is. Okay. So you may be feeling this like, well, okay, I don't want to dress up all the time. I remember every detail of that day. They want to remember, like, they want new fantasies, I guess, for the relationship, new ways to see you. And then for some of you, it's just like when you dress up, they just don't get it. Is it for them? Is it for the female? It's supposed to be for you, first off. But maybe you used to dress up all the time. Maybe y'all used to give each other compliments, but it's just been hard. It's just you and them, you're both comparing each other in work, just trying to forget how hard life can be life in sometimes. But it's also gliding over emotional issues, communication issues, things that need to be brought to the table and talked about. So I don't see, like, for some of you, very small number, if you went through a separation. For others of you, there is just an emotional separation here. You don't know how to talk to each other right now. Some of you could be getting sober, and it's also creating some distance or something along those lines. I don't know, like separation between some kind of psychosis. I know I crossed the line with you. They could have said something recently. They could have done something recently. You could have found something on their phone. Invasion of privacy, but neither here nor there, especially if you have Scorpio placements. Who am I? Who am I? You like it, I love it. I think they also feel like you're not giving them a chance to mature. So those are some things that may need to be talked about in the partnership. All right. Third party, third group, third situationships going on. Interesting lifestyles. Open relationships, open marriages, whatever you want to say, whatever you're doing. You freaks, you nasty. No, I'm just kidding. Third group, third group. What's going on with the third group for Capricorns or a situationship that you might find yourself in? I am not available. Somebody who wasn't available made you think that they were available, and or if you sleep with someone coming up, you need to make sure like they've taken their blood work. They've done blood work, they've done tests, because there's something where you may just not entertain a third party, and or somebody made you feel some type of way and just left you dry like the Sahara Desert. How could they? How fucking dare they? But now you're becoming unavailable to them. It's creating like a push and pull. Oh my god. That card said, I am not available. This one says, I want you. Someone is in the push and pull. Push and pull. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yeah, somebody may have lied to you saying that they were single, separating, so on and so forth. They were lying the whole time, and then it made you jaded. It put you in a situation, or it made you go into a feeling of feeling unavailable. Finding out the truth crushed me. This could be you. They do hope that you forgive them, but that's their ego. They got a lust spirit here, a lust demon, whatever you want to say it. I want to be more than friends. What I'm getting is kind of like sugar daddy vibes, but that'll wear off, unfortunately. Or there was like some kind of sugar daddy, to each their own. That's trying to be like, dang, like, haven't heard from this person in a while. Something like that. They want you. They've already forgiven you about something. You're the best thing in my life. Something about like a cultural difference here. So it doesn't have to be like a baby mama. Baby mama. Okay, sure. I meant to say like a sugar parent type of thing. It doesn't have to be that, but there could be some cultural situation here. There could have been some cheating here. I left you before you could leave me. This third group is popping off a little bit. Yes, they want you, but it's just lust. And even if you did get something out of it before, it just doesn't seem like it's worth the hassle for some of you. For others of you, you liked how this person spoiled you, but there's something going on with the people around them where you need to leave them alone. I don't know what that's about. You could also, there's something about sex work here. I don't know. I feel you even though we are apart, or this person's like on social media. I knew exactly what I was doing. This person feels bad about something that they did. If this is like a consensual thing, but if this is somebody who's cheated, the serial cheater, I feel like they're getting examples in more ways than one about their dual nature and how it's completely separate from who they are. They're having an ego battle, and this is from the spiritual court. The spiritual court is ordering them to see them, to it's like them versus them. So I don't know if this also is like a mental thing or an emotional disorder thing going on with them, but they see it now. Or somebody that was brought into like a third party situation, they're now seeing like the karmic backlash of it. I'm not really sure how to say it, but I guess something along those lines. Because this person knew exactly what they were doing. They really wanted you to feel bad. They wanted you to feel a certain way. But now that you see something all the way around, I'm going to sage real quick after this, but anything else for Capricorn and their love life? We will be together again. People want to see you again so bad. Or you want to see other people so bad again. Like your energy and other people, if the bridge is healthy, even if it's not healthy, there are people and or you, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, where you want to see certain people again. Mars, Lord, wherever you have um I almost said Scorpio, wherever you have Capricorn. I wish I could take back my words. Somebody wants to meet up with you again to tell you that they want to take it all back, but you can't take back action. So sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and this is what's being channeled. Okay, this is not me putting anything out there into the universe. This is strictly what's being channeled. The timing just wasn't right for us, is what the cards are saying. Somebody wants to say, I love you. I know I was a distraction from your pain. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. This is what the cards are saying. Because it feels like even people who know that the bridge is burned, gone, so on and so forth, there's some kind of delusion here. Or again, just people want to take back their actions, they want to take back their words, but they can't. It has made you unavailable to them, but that's also what they wanted. They know they crossed the line with you. They know they hid things from you. They know they messed everything up. They bury themselves in work to try to forget. I don't think it's working. It's something about the moon energy for sure that's just not working. You are divinely protected at this time. Remember to keep your prayers high. Oh my god, my nose. There's somebody who looks for you everywhere. I don't know why I'm getting like, the movie Insidious? I don't know why that movie's kind of like popping into my mind a little bit. I don't know if that's supposed to be like important or like you were watching like a horror movie with this person. I don't know. But that movie specifically is like, I don't know. Be careful with some of the energy that you pull in, and or just pray over your belongings coming up. I know you're a Capricorn. You guys are normally on this shit anyway. But there's something about you needing to know to keep your prayers up at this time. There are a lot of entities and spirits. I know some people don't like talking about that because it's just like, oh, there's a lot of trauma when it comes down to religion and talking about spirituality. But if you're a believer, I need you to understand that it is important for you to pray right now. The entities, the spirits that are trying to find new people to feed on are abound, they're out. So I'm not saying to like read any type of religious text, but if you feel led to read certain scriptures, to read certain verses, it is important for you to do so to keep this spiritual divinity and protection high. For your ancestors, if you have an altar, to remind them that you love them and that you are grateful for them to be around you. That's very important at this time because they see certain things that you don't, especially if you don't have the eyes to see in that 12th house energy. Because the 12th house is definitely like part of the seeing energy. Like you see things outside of the veil, and some planets, even if they sit in the 12th house or they have transits in the third house, it doesn't mean you always have access to see certain things. Only certain planets can do that. Only certain degrees can do that. Not all of them can. And especially not all the time. So, since you can't see everything, your ancestors, your inner protection wants that. Okay. Well, I slept early, so I'm going to be up just a little bit more. I'm going to upload this video and then I'm going to think about the coffee that I will enjoy tomorrow after voting. But anyway, Capricorn, thank you so much for stopping by and trusting me with your cards again. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great morning, noon, evening, or night. And I will talk to you guys next time on The Wave.